Close your eyes. It's a beautiful day, and the sun is shining. You are standing on the bank of a river, watching the water flow in front of you. You are in a safe place. Take a deep breath and fill your lungs with pure, natural air. Slowly let it out. Remove your shoes. Roll up your pant legs or take the hem of your skirt in your hands. Now dip your feet into the crisp, clear water. Feel it as it moves past your toes. Look around you. See the young animals playing on the bank opposite you. See a fish jumping up out of the water. Now look to your left and see an orchard of fruit trees. Smell their inviting aroma. Delight in the color that contrasts with the bright green leaves. Sit here a while and allow God to nourish you with his rich gifts. Now, let's rock. Are you walking through a storm that feels like it will never end? Do you wonder if life's storms have stolen the beauty from your life for good? You're in the right place. My name is Heather, and like you, I've been through a storm or two and wondered if life would ever be beautiful again. Here we share warriors' words, stories of discovering beauty after battles, and the worth in your wounds. Pick up your sword or boxing gloves and join the battle. Your words are powerful, my friends. Make them warrior words. Wherever the river flows, every sort of living creature that can multiply shall live, and there shall be abundant fish. For wherever this water comes, the sea shall be made fresh. Along both banks of the river, fruit trees of every kind shall grow. Their leaves shall not fade, nor their fruit fail. Every month they shall bear fresh fruit, for they shall be watered by the flow from the sanctuary. Their fruit shall serve for food, and their leaves for medicine. And that's Ezekiel chapter 47, verses 8, 9, and 12. In this passage, an angel is showing Ezekiel water flowing from the temple. And then he is showing him the results of that water flowing out into the world. Now, I'm going to remind you, I am not a biblical scholar. And what I see in this passage may or may not be what was intended. But I see two things. First, I see a literal renewal and growth of the earth's resources that God provided for his people. The creatures multiply. The fish are abundant. Trees provide fruit for food. And they provide leaves designed to heal. God, through his church, provides for our basic human needs. And looking deeper at that provision, the second thing I see is that it's not just meant to be literal. I think that we are meant to see what God gives us in his church is meant to nourish us for outside of the church. We are meant to flow out of the church and enrich the soil, cultivate the resources He's provided, and use what He's given us to grow, heal when necessary, and spread His good news. It also strikes me how frequently water and gardens are included in sacred scripture. Now, one might argue that it was the environment they had during biblical times. Now, I can see that argument and understand that using the elements current readers or listeners can relate to is important to creating messages that resonate with people, that make sense. But what if these scenes involving water and gardens are what we were meant to have all along? And we have hidden them away under the guise of development and improvement. How can we be so bold as to think we can improve on God's design? Aside from the literal and metaphoric beauty I see in this passage, I also see an invitation to return to the growth and healing that can be found along the banks of a river and the produce of a garden. God hid the Garden of Eden after the fall, but that doesn't mean He doesn't allow us to see glimpses of it. God still cleanses us in the waters of baptism. Science has shown us the value of daily water consumption and the healing property of rivers and oceans. God still nourishes us through the fruits of the trees, the bushes, and the vines. Science has shown us the nutrients found in the food we are able to grow and the importance each has to our bodies. God still heals us through the leaves. Science has developed many natural healers and medicines and things from our plants. On the surface, this passage from Ezekiel evokes beautiful imagery. But look a little deeper and see the provisions God has provided for you in nature, provisions that flow freely from Him and through His church. That's it for now. Remember, armor up, fight the good fight, seek beauty, and make your words warrior words. God bless.